I'd realized it was going to be this nice, I would have tried much harder to get here much earlier and spent a couple hours in the water. But live and learn. After boots off hostel, try and get out early. If it's warm weather, it is beautiful. I don't have the time today, unfortunately. And I don't even know what this is called. I'm going to look it up while we stand there. And fortunately this area is in shade right now. So I decided to come over here, take a look. And there's nobody here because it's Monday and not Saturday or Sunday. Which is part of what you try to avoid, at least I do. Some of you probably wouldn't. But I try and avoid the big crowds. And from what I understand, Boots Off Hostel was booked, and a lot of the little hotels and stuff on weekends. They're hard to get into around these areas with nice tourist attractions. So this has something to do with damming the river or something, pulling stuff in and out, or maybe deliveries. I have no idea. I'm hoping the map gives me some clue, but I am suspicious. It's a gorgeous lake. It's the evidently the far end of the lake, and I'm going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to stand here with my phone over the edge here and hope it doesn't fall down. Hope I don't lose grip. Get a grip, man. So let's see. As soon as it locks on, usually the phone locks on within 10 seconds. There you go. 1.6 miles ahead, and there's a road crossing, which means it won't be on this. It only does about 1 mile on the screen. Here I am. There's another road crossing coming up, and it is not telling me what it is. Okay. TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, Watauga Dam Visitor Center. That's on the other side from where I am. So it's evidently over there somewhere. I do not know. It's evidently some kind of dam, and I guess they lift it and lower it with that crane, or they restrict the flow or something. Who knows? It's a beautiful setting. I wouldn't mind coming down here and spending a week, or maybe 4 days. I don't know. There's a pontoon boat. It is a very big lake, great for water skiing. Probably a nice Hobie Cat sailboat, you know, wet sailboats, small ones. That would be great. This is really a gorgeous spot. So anyhow, let me put this off. I got 1.6 miles till I get to the lakeside camp area for the AT. I don't know if I'm staying there. I am hopefully finding a stealth site tonight, but I am kind of looking for a water site for tomorrow or next day. There's a half water site, which might be full because of the rain we've had recently. I should read about it, because it would be nice to know. That's 4 miles ahead, so even if I don't get there till morning. And it's 2,300 feet in the air, or vertical feet. And let me read. I will. Leaf spout estimate 500 mi per minute flow. Milliliters. Okay, so that means for a whole liter, it take about 2 minutes. It's a slow flow. And that was June 10th or 16th. Can't focus my eyes. Probably 10th, because 16th hasn't happened yet. So not too bad. So I can probably get water there. It's only 4 days ago. And it'll take a little while, but at least I won't get dehydrated. And if I'd known there was going to be this much water, I probably would have been better to drop 4 pounds. But paranoid Richie. I'm going very slowly, partially because I started late, and I was kicking my feet about going at all, because I got a couple deliveries which were very welcome. I got my new shoes. Well, not new, they're new to the trail, but I've had them for a while, and I left them. I got out of them and got to the other ones, because the other ones, I was saving these for Pennsylvania, but my wife had two to choose from, and she picked the wrong ones, because if you'll notice the heel, very thick, and Pennsylvania's known for its rocks, so I figured it would be better on the massive rocks. So I'm wearing these. I would have preferred the other ones, but these will work, I think. And if they don't, I will send them back into Maskets and get another pair of the other ones that I like. So it's not the end of the world. The other thing I had going on is she sent a lot of food, and I wanted to take as much of it as I could and only give away as little as I could. I still gave away a lot, but to the other hikers. So I've made friends that will help me in the future. If we bump into one another, we need help, and that works both ways, so that's good. And the downside is I've got a lot of extra weight. I'm probably about 8 pounds heavier than I was when I walked in there, and I was just getting to a point with my weight where it was, okay, this isn't bad. It's like, oh. And I'm going through a section now that quote unquote has bad water. You have to be not bad water, but lax water supply, so you have to be much more careful, and which means carry more. So as well, the last couple of days I was able to carry half of the water I'm capable of carrying and get away with it. Ooh. I'm gonna walk over here, sit down. You got a white place there and a white place there, so it helps to know you're on the trail. And yes, going up the stairs took the breath out of me, so I'm gonna sit down. Ooh. On a rock. Oh. Like the thinker. Oh. And get my phone to do right. And what else do I want out of this phone? Yes, that's about a half a liter per minute, roughly. Alright. I can deal with that. Any flow is better than no flow. And, okay. Where's the next spot after that? That's the important thing to know. Oh, there's a shelter up there. Von Doomer. Anyhow, the spring is at 4:36, which is 4.5 miles ahead of me. It's 5 o'clock. I could make that by tonight. And usually there's a stealth site somewhere around there. The shelter is 6 miles ahead. And it's 2,800 or 900 feet in the air. 78 feet, so that's 900. So it's almost 3,000 vertical feet. And the descent is a little less than 1,500, so it's a 2-to-1 there. And that's a quarter mile up. 5,280, so 250 plus another 100. Yeah, it's a half a mile up, excuse me, in the sky. And that's what I do the other day. Depending on, well, it's over 6 miles, so it couldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Not couldn't. It can be. And it's 2,300 just to the half-ass water spot. And this is probably where most of the height is, because it's a viewpoint, and it's 2,000 feet, and it's 3.5 miles, and here's another viewpoint, 1,700 feet, so it keeps on going up. But there's a long stretch here between where I am and where I want to be. So for now, to get a fair estimate, I'm just going to the whatchamacallit site, the road last intersection that I can see before that. And I have a suspicion, because I ran into it in a couple other spots where there's no water marked on this thing, but you see that green line? Well, no, it's a green line, never mind. There was a blue line, it's back here somewhere, where there was plenty of water. It was a nice flowing stream. There it is. And you could get water there with no problem, and it's not marked as a water spot. So anyhow, here's where I am now. There's an intersection coming up. Let's see what it says. It won't give me anything, it'll just say nearby. But look out, which is basically where I am. kind of. Might be a few feet off. Still good water at 430.5. What? That's Louis behind me. Still good water at 430.5. I must have missed that. Alright. Oh, and here's the actual shot we're looking at ourselves. 430.5. Oh, it must be 5 o'clock. It is. Let me turn my alarm off. I have it go off every hour. And at 5 o'clock. Alright. I'm glad I downloaded the new stuff there. AT joins Lookout River over Watauga Dam heading north. Okay. And that's all the information I have on this. Alright, since I'm just rambling and speculating, I should go and say that what my intention is just to walk until somewhere between 6 and 8 and find a spot and lay down and then continue tomorrow. Since like I said, I had trouble getting out this morning. Just didn't want to go. And so I almost zeroed and then said no. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of time. And you know, the place was nice. It was a boots off hostel, and it was nice. As you can see, I'm getting fuzzier in the face and less fuzzy on top. And when I get to Damascus, I hope to be able to buy another hat. It's a larger town, larger city, but that's about 470-ish in that general area in Virginia, and I'm, as you can tell, about 430 something. So when I get to 435, it'll be like 35 miles away. So I'm about 40 miles away. And if everything goes nice and the way I'd like it to, it'll be 3 or 4 days. If things go harder, it could be 5 or 6. Don't know. Either way, I'll make it. But the space between 450 and 465, I will probably, if I can't make a whole day there, around 5 or 6 in the evening, I'll make a decision. And if I'm in that zone, that's the bad bear zone, where they've closed everything down. You're not supposed to camp overnight because there's a bad bear around there, and he's bothering people. So I will call, and there's a couple of bailout points, roads to cross it, and I'll call somebody. They'll pick me up and bring me back to a hostel for the night, and then I'll get dropped back off there in the morning and go. Hopefully I can find another person in a similar situation and we can split the price, because I know from the hostel I was just at, Boots Off, it's $50. They do it, but it's $50, and then it's $50 back. So it's $100. As where I think I'll be closer on the other end by that point, 470 to 460, depending on where I am. Boots Off is about 430, so that's a 30-mile ride, or 25, depending on where the road is. I think it's a little short, and usually it's $1 a mile, so going the other way, it'll be closer. If it's like 475, let's say 65, 45, it'll be 20 miles. So that's what I'm thinking. Won't know till I get there, and it won't be today, and it probably won't be tomorrow either, but the next day is probably when that'll happen. Alright, I will try and maybe get you a thing. Oh, the other thing I've had is, as you're walking through the woods, why is it it's a gnat, mosquito, whatever it is, but flying insect, goes not just on your face, but right in your eyeball. It lands in your eyeball, and you gotta squint and pull it out, and then within 2 minutes, another one. Like, land somewhere else. Land on the shirt. Okay. Anyhow, that's just one of today's little frustrations. Other than that, it's been a nice day. It hasn't been a bad day at all. The weather has been great. Last night it started thundering after I went to sleep, and it did rain, but it was trivial, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, judging by the amount of water outside this morning. And It went from an empty hostel to it was full. The whole bunkhouse was full when I woke up in the morning. And there were a couple of people there I know already from... Actually, there was like six of the people I knew there out of 10, so I knew half the people in the bunkhouse now that I think about it. You know, we've bumped into each other on the trail. So, and 2 of them are behind me, and the rest are in front of me. So it should be interesting. Because even people in front of you end up behind you sometimes just because the way things work out. They took an extra day here, whatever. Or I went a little further that day, and that happens. Alright, now I will try to be done. Bye-bye.